Not screwing around with mud. Not screwing around with the mud. Winch time. Winch time, baby. Go ahead and disconnect you. Alrighty. Just looks so majestic, you know? Not majestic, but like, it reminds me of the Top Gear Bolivia special. Richard Hammond's little donkey. The Land Cruiser, the donkey. That thing was awesome. I love that special. That's still probably one of my favorites, if not my favorite Top Gear special. Aside from, oh, what's it called? There was one other one that I was, like, a huge fan of, and I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. Oh, dear God, what one was it? It was not the Africa special. It was one of the earlier ones, the Supercars Across France special. That was, like, the Supercar France road trip. That was a fun special. That was a really fun episode. Actually, I don't even think that was a special. I think that was just like a trip that they did within an episode. I think. Don't quote me on that, but I think that that's what that was. Just keep checking the map right here. Yeah, okay. So that winds down. Wait just a minute. Okay. So we came down through here. Over this way, we started to wind up. If we turn right, we found a bypass that goes literally right to where we came from, and we bypassed that hill where we flipped over. So, as far as I'm concerned, that's a win on our part. Come on, there you go. Dig in, get some traction. Pull yourself out. Oh, come on. Come on already. It's so heroic, too. It's just like, yes! Yes! We've got traction! Yes! Because it worked for that traction. It makes you grateful for the fact that you actually had traction in the mud. Because you worked for it. Because you sat there and you struggled with traction. And, you know, eventually it was like, yes! Yes! We're moving! Whereas in some of these other vehicles, you know, you're just kind of like, whatever. Because you're just going along. And it kind of makes you a little bit like... It almost makes you kind of ungrateful for how important it is to actually, like, or like the feeling of, you know, spinning, and then eventually you get traction, and then you're like, yes, we're moving, and it's just such a cool feeling. Right or left? Right or left? I'm gonna stop right up here and check the map. There we go. If we go right, that pretty much kind of goes out to Nowhereville, and then left continues to follow a road. So I'm going to go left. Still have no damage, actually, which is quite nice. Left, we're going down a hill, and really even further out into the wilderness. We're starting to get little pieces of, like, you know, logs and sticks on the pathway, which hopefully we don't get too many of those, because those can get annoying, especially in vehicles that don't have a ton of grip, like this one. So hopefully those don't start to pile up or something, because like I said, ooh, that one's cutting in and out. But like I said, they tend to be a little bit on the iffy side. They tend to get vehicles stuck, they tend to get vehicles into trouble, and they tend to make you as a player very, 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 very angry. At least they have made me very angry in the past. But, ooh, a nice little chance to hop off the trail. And not getting impatient here or anything. But, oh god, okay, it's starting to pitch, it's starting to tip. Let's get back on the trail. I'm not doing that again. I'm not willing to deal with that again, actually. This we can do, because we can just wind right through these trees, or right in between. And back down. That starts to go through a mud hole, which we can't see, because it's all cloaked. I don't know. I'm going straight. I'm going straight. That looks like a fun path, but I'm going straight. I think I'm going to make an executive decision here and go straight. It's funny because normally those sticks cause a lot of vehicles to lose grip and spin tires. This one is actually kind of gaining some grip off of them, which is kind of nice that we can use them to our advantage. This is going to be a little tricky. We're having to deal with sticks and rocks with a vehicle that's not that high up. It actually looks like it's on stock suspension, just larger tires. And you know what? Since we're kind of off the beaten path a little bit, we are actually able to kind of put a little bit of that power down and somewhat climb. There you go. No, yes. No, yes. Thank you. All the grip. Much grip. It's very FJ. What is that out in the distance? Is that like a rock wall or something? Or like a rock face? Well, that's just a rock. But what is that out there? Is that just a... Yeah, it's just a cliff. Okay. This we can kind of wind to the outside edge. We're going to keep 2 tires on the outside edge to kind of help with grip. Not going to try and cheat it. Not going to get impatient. But I keep having to tell myself that. You're not going to get impatient. You're not going to get impatient. You're not going to get impatient. But no, it's okay. Oh, if we can get across to the other side. Can we? Half throttle, maybe? I'm not going to sit there and spin. It's not worth it to sit there and spin. We're just going to use the winch. The winch on this thing is powerful as hell, dude. The winch on this thing will pull. Like freaking crazy, it'll pull. Oh, there you go. Oh my god. No. 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 Oh god. This is bad. This is quite bad. Actually, well, tell you what we'll do. We'll give this a shot running around the edge in hopes that we don't flip. If I even, like, start to feel the thing starting to pitch, I'm backing out of it and I'm coming back down. I mean, it's climbing somewhat. We're gonna have to avoid the road. We're gonna have to avoid the road and attach a winch all the way up there because we can't manage that that climb in this thing. We can winch it though. Just get around that little bit of a lip and we'll be okay. Because that's where the rollover hazard comes in. I mean, see, if we disconnect, I mean, well, disconnect, parking brake, here's the moment of truth right here. Okay, good, we're alright. Oh no, okay. I left the parking brake on, hit the gas, and it rolled back. That's not a good sign. Pull with, actually we'll pull with this side, all the way over there. We're going to winch as far as we can to try and get as much travel out of that winch as possible. Held it quite nicely there, actually. Ooh, I felt that little bit of a slide. Now just get back to the trail as quickly as possible. So that's how sometimes you have to be with this thing. You have to be smart about your obstacles. You have to sometimes say, okay, I'm going to have to get off the trail and I'm going to have to go around because I know that I'm going to have a lot of trouble if I try to hit this thing head on. We've got a tire in the air. We've got a tire in the air. Doesn't have a ton of flex to it, does it? Holy crap, water damage. We need to get out of here. Like, we need to winch out of here, like, now. Trying to get through here with as little damage as possible. I don't want to hurt the vehicle. What is that up there? Is it like a rock formation or something? Holy crap, that's kind of cool, actually. Oh. I kept clicking. I'm like, come on, come on, come on. Oh, get grip. You can do this, FJ. You can do this. It caught some right there. 3/4 throttle and kind of shuffling the front wheels back and forth actually does help this thing. It's a little trick that sometimes works on some off-roaders. It actually does help. Man, the mud on this map is actually quite deep. It's a pretty formidable map. Even on just the main trails. There we go. Okay, I was like, is it ever going to get over that little stick? And yeah, it did. It's good. Some more rocks up that way. I'm going to stop up here. I'm actually going to pull over and check my map again. Check my map. Okay. So I'm imagining if we go left, it's pretty obvious that we'll get our way make our way over to the cloaking area, which will reveal a big area of the map. If we stay straight, there's no telling where we'll end up. So let's go left and gain access to that cloaking point. And from there, we can have a little bit of a better grasp of where we're going to go. That, and we might possibly reveal an extra vehicle, too. Not that we're going to use it, because this series is all about the FJ40, my little donkey. But, either way, wow, we're kind of up on top of a mountain, aren't we? Look, we got a view. Whoa, that's legit. Okay. I can deal with this. I can deal with this. Yeah. I love off-road trails that take you, like, up to the top of mountains and stuff like that, dude. I mean, they're so cool. I mean, you can't really, like... Uh-oh. We need to... Yeah, it's gonna be that way. You can't really replicate the feeling of spending, like, a really long time, you know, climbing up this off-road trail and ending up at the top of a mountain with an insanely gorgeous view. I mean, that's something that you can't really relay just in words, other than saying how awesome it is and saying how cool it is, you know, whatever, freaking amazing. But it's just one of those things that's hard to replicate. It's like being on the track in a, you know, in a sports car or a supercar. That's another feeling that I can't just relay in words, other than of how incredible and how awesome it is. It's just one of those things where you've got to try it at least once. At least, you know, for off-roaders, you know, if you've got friends that own Jeeps or Land Cruisers or hell, you know, Suzuki Samurais, whatever, get them to take you off-roading, you know, so you can actually get a sense of what that feels like. You know, if you want to get out on the track, there are track car experiences that you can rent and stuff like that. So, you know, just to get the experience. You don't have to own an off-roader or own a track car just to do it. Some might choose to, but others, you know, if they just want to try it, you know, maybe once or twice, just to see if it's something they might even be moderately interested in, then, I mean, hell, I say give it a shot. I say go for it. I'm gonna actually head back. Well, I don't know if we're gonna head back just yet. So we got, actually, a big ravine right up here, and that looks like a trail might actually run down through it. Maybe. I don't know, that doesn't look like a trail for the faint of heart. The faint of Jeep, the faint of FJ. Yeah, a trail does run down through there. We may not do that this time. We may do that once the map is explored. I'm thinking since we don't have to go down there in order to get the full map explored... Oh, the sun came up. Yay, sweet. But anyway, since we don't have to go down there to get the map, or like all of the map unlocked, I think it'd be okay, so we can just leave it for now and we'll come back to it. Because once we get the whole map unlocked, then it's not like, you know, then we're not worried about going crazy with having to get, you know, certain roads done and stuff like that. We can just mess around and have fun. But now, at this point, it's very, I wouldn't say tense, but it's definitely at the point where we want to be objective. We want to be, we want to make sure that our run is very reliable and that we don't die. Not dying in spin tires is generally a really good strategy. One that I didn't quite take into account recently, Well, actually, earlier on in the adventure, you guys will remember it if you've been watching from the beginning. You guys will remember the beginning of the adventure where we rolled the freaking thing over. But it's, yeah, you don't want to do that. It's no good. It's no good, bro. You don't want to do that. Where are we? Okay, so we can just keep running. Yeah, we can just keep driving around it.